Well, exciting day. It's Raptor liner day. So I've got another couple of coats of high bill primer. I've just done another one now, and as you can see, there's a few spots that I need to touch up, but in general, I'm happy with it. It's not going to stop me doing the Raptor liner because I want the top, particularly these flat panels, to look really, really flat and perfect. So a bit of work to do there. But I'm keen to get the Raptor liner on and then finish off. I'm just over the sanding and bogging and puttying, but we're getting along. There's a few little spots here that'll need a little bit more filler. But my plan is to put the Raptor liner on. It's going to be tinted, same colour, orangey yellow as the top coat. So my thinking is, even if I touch up some spots after and get a bit of either high bill primer on the Raptor liner or underneath, the end of the day, I can touch it up when I'm doing the top coat. So that's the plan. So what we've got here is the Raptor liner. Now, what I have understood that we've got to do, we've got the hardener there, comes with this container here, 237 mils of hardener per container of Raptor liner. I've read all the instructions. So add the hardener. Strange looking lid on the top of it. Have a look at that. Anyway, add the hardener. Now the colour I've got, you can just see that's the colour the Moke will be. It's a 2-pack colour. Now the chap at the paint store advised me, one video I watched on YouTube said you have to add the hardener to the tint that you're going to add to it, but he said not. He said you add the Raptor liner hardener, the 235 mils, and no more than 100 mil of the colour to tint it. So I'm going to go with 50, 55. I'm going to go with 100 mil just to make sure. He said no more, so maybe a fraction under. Then I've got to work out this. I've got to put the adapter off the spray gun. I'm going to put the pressure reducer right on the gun here, the same as the spray gun, so I can control it. From everything I've seen and read, about 40 psi. Well, it's Raptor time. I was just thinking, I hope I'm just as excited when I'm finished as I am now, because this is a huge step. Now, I've masked it all up. I've masked the holes up from the other side so I don't get any through. Taped down all the plastic so it doesn't blow all over the place. So yeah, I think I'm ready to go. I've read the instructions, which is unusual for me, but given how important this is, I thought I'd better do that today. So what I've got here is I've set the gun up, pressure reducer on the end. They say 40 psi, so we'll give that a crack at that. I've wound the nozzle halfway in. Apparently you move that in and out to get different fan, so I'll just experiment with that. That's my first pot. I've got to put 237 mils of hardener in. A bit unusual this top, but anyway. Now the colour, they say 100 mil of colour. No, it's a 2-pack colour, but I was advised not to put any of the hardener that comes with the paint in there. Just put no more than 100 mil in there. So I've got these little scoops here that are 30 mil full, so 25. I just don't want to get paint trying to pour it into here, so I'll just use these and pour it into there. I'll get my 100 mil that way. I'll get my air hose ready. They say you've got to give this a good shake. So the first thing is I'll get my paint, my colour ready to go. I've already shaken this up. Look at that for a gorgeous colour. That's a Mazda, a Toyota RAV4 colour. Right, so we'll try and scoop this out as best I can. Really, I know what I'll do. Bit of tape. Little handle. No more than 100 mil, I reckon. Of tint. It's 50. I feel like I'm at a little kids' tea party. 55. Got to measure this out accurately, so everyone will do the same. There we go. There's my 100 mil colour. And from memory, he said tint first, and then hardener. And I've got, on a 30-degree day, you've got roughly 60 minutes. All right. Point of no return. Suppose I should have put some gloves on. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, it's definitely a point of no return. That'll help. Oh, couldn't get all that in with the 100 mil of tint. That's a bit scary. What do I do now? What I'll do is shoot a bit and then get the rest of the hardener in. It's a bit hard to shake up now too. What I'll do, tip this out into a container, put the rest of the hardener in, that's what I'll do. Crisis averted. Stir it up in this. With all the hardener. And then I can tip it back as I go. Don't know how I thought of that. Must have been on a video or something that I saw, because don't know what would have happened if I couldn't get all that hardener in. Okay, that worked. And here we go. Says not to over tighten that, so I won't. Mask and there you go. Gonna need 2 coats for sure, with the grey primer underneath. Looks great. Pretty happy with that. Just getting used to how far forward and close or how far away to be. But so far okay. I'm going to move a lot slower in the past than I had thought. Seem to be going through a little bit more of it than I anticipated. I've got 3 bottles. I would have loved to get 2 coats on it. I think I might just make it. I think I'm going to use roughly 2 bottles per coat. Oh, look at this hole I forgot to fill up. Empty. bit there you can't get out, which is... Ella! Dog barking. So what I'll attempt here, make sure I get my money's worth out of this stuff, is try and get it out of here. Okay, well, first attempt, quite happy with that. Just need to go and take care. It says to flush it out with... Wasn't really bright, was it? Sprayed all over my concrete. I'm going to put you on pause for a minute while I get myself organised again. Alright, number 2 coming up. Pretty happy with that, to be honest. You can see it's going to need a second coat, but I think 2 of these to do the whole thing. Let that flash off and then hopefully 2 to do this. I don't think I better use that again unless... No, I don't think I better use that. I might use this one. Tint. Funny looking stuff, isn't it? Look at that. Looks like mayonnaise. That's it. This has to give me the full second coat, the full first coat rather, otherwise I'm in strife. But at worst I'll buy another bottle, but man, that makes an expensive job. This was bad enough, this was nearly $500. I'm just thinking a second coat, potentially only need one bottle, I hope. Because I don't think I'm going to make it. There's 2 bottles to finish the bottom in one coat. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, well I've used up all the Raptor liner now. To be honest, I would have liked a little bit more. What's created the problem is the dark undercoat. But what I've done here, you can see it shining through, the undercoat coming through there, but I've left that because the rear subframe goes across there and you won't see it. So what I've done is everywhere where you'll see, I've really put it in heavy, particularly the last coat inside the guards. Front subframe will be in there, so I'm not too concerned about that. Steering rack across there, in there's heavy. Along here's okay, few light spots, but in general, all right. Same in here, I've put it in really heavy. Yeah, looking good. So, just tidying up now and getting it ready. I'll take off the plastic and then continue on the top side. And yeah, then I'm ready. Once that's done, I'll be ready for colour all over. So a few odd panels I've got to do. I plan to do, as I said, the roll cage and bumpers in black. I have seen some with a black grille, not so sure yet. I'll look into that a little bit more. But as you can see, all done. The texture's just beautiful. Smooth but coarse, if that makes sense. It's you can see up close the texture of it. There's a good shot of it. Yeah, so very, very happy.